Alright, ladies and gentlemen, today we are doing Monday Night Raw review on July 20th, 2015. Now, this show wasn't actually bad at all. It was pretty decent, had some good moments. There was some moments where it was dull and boring, but what do you expect? It's a 3-hour show. There's just so many things you can do that's going to attract your interest so much that it's just, not easy to do. That's why I personally think they should shrink it down to 2 hours. That way things are more condensed and there's a lot more better moments happening back to back instead of spread out with other bullshit that doesn't mean a crock of crap for the show. But wasn't a bad episode, very enjoyable, intrigued my interest from time to time, and other times I zoned out and looked at other things on my cell phone on the internet. So to start things off, we had Undertaker come out. He did a spiel about why he attacked Brock Lesnar, and it was pretty simplistic, straight to the point, made sense, and it was more of a heartfelt kind of thing. It was really cool how he went straight to the point and right to the core of all of it, why they're doing this storyline, and it was very good. It was very emotional. It felt like there was meaning to all of this. Even though it was pretty simplistic reason, they put a lot more emphasis on it. He stressed about how Paul Heyman and Brock Lesnar kept mocking the fact that, that Brock Lesnar beat the Undertaker's undefeated streak at WrestleMania and so forth, and not leaving it alone and just enjoying the fact that you defeated him and instead keep revving up the engine and, making things more than what it should be. Enjoy the victory, walk away, be a proud winner, and that's it, instead of being a sore winner and just being an annoying sack of shit, which was Paul Heyman's doing, not really Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar doesn't even hardly talk anyway. So that's pretty much what we got from that segment. The next thing that occurred was the first match of the night, which was Charlotte versus Brie. The match wasn't too bad, not too shabby. It had some moments where it needed, truthfully, having an NXT female wrestler against a WWE diva like Brie Bella or Nikki Bella or any Bella twin, you can't exactly expect the greatest match in the world. They're not as good as the NXT female wrestlers. These female wrestlers from the NXT division is very good, well talented. They could wrestle as good as any male wrestler in the industry, and I think they're outstanding. Charlotte has been an outstanding talent from NXT. She is superb. She could, truthfully, a great match that would be unbelievable is Chyna versus Charlotte. I think that would be a really awesome match. If Chyna was a bit younger, but now that she's the way she is now, she's not like the same person anymore. But the way Charlotte is and built and how tall she is, she could beat up probably a few guys. They could use a storyline on that with Charlotte if they wanted to, and it would be kind of believable in a way. But they really don't have to. She does pretty well against the women that are smaller than her, even though she's one of the taller females in the WWE. She actually is doing great. And this match was pretty okay. It wasn't bad. I give it a 2.5 out of 5 stars, mainly because they had her facing Brie Bella, so that's pretty much the main reason for all of that. After that, we had the Los Matadores defeating Primetime Players. This match was BS. I really didn't care for it. Kind of zoned out throughout most of the match. It was only 5 minutes long anyway, so it wasn't all that big of a match anyhow. But it was just a match. It's really all it was. I give it like a 1 out of 5 stars. It wasn't that big of a deal. The next match after that was kind of shitbag match. First hour really sucked, truthfully. The only thing that was good out of that was the Divas match, which was kind of surprising. Big Show and The Miz was an absolute garbage fest. Before that match occurred, Triple H was on the phone telling Paul Heyman not to come to the arena and not have Brock Lesnar come either. Have him to stay home, relax. He's got his match at SummerSlam for the main event against The Undertaker. He's going to get his revenge for getting screwed out of the WWE title. So that's pretty much what was happening. Miz was coming in, barging in, and screaming at Triple H like, "Oh, you see what Big Show did to me last night? Blah, blah, blah." And he's like, "Yeah, I did. Now you can have a match with him." So he went ahead and he had the match with Big Show. Match lasted under 2 minutes. And fucking Big Show won with a elbow drop from the top rope and smashed, pretty much smushed Miz. It was a squash match. So it was absolute bullshit. After that, we had Paul Heyman show up. He wanted to address to the WWE audience what Undertaker said. He told Triple H and Stephanie McMahon, "Don't worry about it, Brock Lesnar's not here," yada yada yada. They get the whole locker room and security people all ready and set, ready to go in case Brock Lesnar happens to show up and try to attack The Undertaker and vice versa. So we go ahead, we get Paul Heyman in the ring. He pretty much goes ahead and says, "Hey, you know, I had a right to brag about Brock Lesnar's accomplishment. It's an amazing accomplishment. Nobody has ever done that before. He did. He managed to overcome the odds with The Undertaker, and he won the match. So, of course, I was going to brag about it week after week, month after month, year after year, anytime and chance I could get." And that's how, you know, he addressed his reasons for why he did it. And there were good reasons. I mean, you look at Undertaker's career at WrestleMania, he's been undefeated. All the big names that faced him never could win. And then out of nowhere, you know, we get Brock Lesnar, who's another big name, and he walked away the man. He walked away the winner. With the odds stacked against him, even though he is a jacked up guy. He's pretty strong and very well built, and a great wrestler. He had the odds against him. I mean, a lot of people, I guarantee you, believe that Vince McMahon was probably going to go with Undertaker over Brock Lesnar, but Vince, you know, pulled the rug from underneath everybody and shocked the world. So, I mean, it was a pretty impressive win regardless. Probably the most memorable thing that's happened throughout the entire era of this time in professional wrestling. So I got to give you know, Paul Heyman a lot of props on his promo and everything else. And then finally he, you know, antagonized The Undertaker, constantly saying over and over again that Brock Lesnar overcame The Undertaker's undefeated streak. And Undertaker came out, popped out of nowhere, and tried to attack Paul Heyman, and Brock Lesnar started storming out there, and we had a war. Unbelievable how they really made these guys look great. I mean, they making them both look like unstoppable forces ready to kill each other in a matter of seconds. So very impressive story they were telling here in this whole entire segment. Very impressed by it. I like the one comment that they said to each other when they were being separated. Is Brock Lesnar said to him, "I'm going to kill you," and Undertaker said, "You're going to have to in order to beat me." So I was like, wow, this is pretty badass. It kind of felt, even though you know it was a scripted storyline, they were following what they were told to do, it felt like a realistic, real thing that was meaningful. It had a purpose. And that's what we as fans want. We want to see a reason, a purpose, you know, emotional feeling you can get out of watching these storylines. And definitely, they did a great job doing this. Unbelievable way of doing what they did. We go to commercial break, come back, they're still going at it. For 15 minutes, they're terrorizing each other apart, ripping each other to shreds, and then finally, for some whacked out reason, this is where it kind of blew me away. They had these straps tied to Brock Lesnar's hands, and they drove him away to calm everyone down and everything. So that ending was a little bit kind of crappy, but you know, they had to have an ending to this whole segment, or this thing would have just kept going on and on and on forever. So good segment, very good, very enjoyable. I had no complaints about it. I thought it was pretty good. Then after that, we had Roman Reigns defeating Luke Harper by DQ. Match was kind of good. It was alright. Nothing too exciting to cry over about. And Bray Wyatt went ahead and, you know, threw Roman Reigns into the ring post. And the ref saw that and disqualified Luke Harper. So, and then we had an all-out brawl by Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose against Bray Wyatt and Luke Harper. Now, there is a rumor going around that Sting is supposed to be returning to WWE for a SummerSlam match in this whole entire storyline, with Roman Reigns going to have, having Sting join with him and Dean Ambrose against Bray Wyatt, Luke Harper, and a replacement that they would like to add a new member to the Wyatt family. Now, if you think about this, the only suitable person that would be good for this to be a new member of the Wyatt family is Bo Dallas, which I think might be a good idea for them to do, to give him something new, fresh, different, because his character he's got now is just utterly retarded. Real stupid. It's gay as shit. People aren't behind it. People don't care. Anytime he gets his ass kicked, people are happy about it. And there's nothing... he can't build off of something like that. This kind of thing, him joining with the Wyatt family, especially with being with his brother, who has a little bit more experience than him. He's had quite a few years ahead of his brother in WWE. Might help him out a bit, and also get him noticed by WWE audiences. So I think that would be the smartest move for them to do. Not to mention, if you bring up something else, Bo Dallas went ahead, came in the middle of the ring when Sting was having his appearance after they went off the air on Monday Night Raw, and he started talking smack to Sting, and Sting Scorpion dropped his ass straight to hell in the middle of the ring, and he walked off. So that would actually be a good reason to even throw Bo Dallas into the Wyatt family altogether anyhow. So I think that would be pretty cool any which way you look at it, and it would help Bo Dallas most of all. So I think it would be a good move on WWE's part to go with that. Then after that, we had Naomi and Sasha Banks teaming against Becky Lynch and Paige, and the Naomi and Sasha Banks walked away with the victory. Sasha Banks went ahead and got Paige in her finishing submission hold and made Paige tap out. Decent match, nothing too shabby. Oh, by the way, the match between Roman Reigns and Luke Harper was 3 out of 5 stars. This match actually was a 2.5 out of 5 stars. It wasn't too bad. Pretty decent. Nothing too shabby about it. The next match after that was a 6-man tag team match. Oh, and I forgot to mention, Seth Rollins' segment was actually quite interesting. He comes out, does his thing, says, oh, well, everyone thinks I couldn't beat Brock Lesnar, and, you know, all that matters to me is I'm holding the championship belt. All this rama bullshit. Seth Rollins is becoming really, really boring. He doesn't intrigue my interest very much. He's a good wrestler, there's no doubt about that. I don't discredit him as a wrestler, but as a character, he is just utterly retarded. We had John Cena later on come out during this segment after about 10 minutes of him rambling on about bullshit, and John Cena hits him to the point. He said, hey, look, you know what? You want to go ahead and say you're the WWE champion? Well, I'm the U.S. champion, and I've been having better matches than you. I've been making this title mean something more than that title, and that title should mean more than this. And I've done more with this belt than you're doing with the major championship belt in the company. He also went on to say that the man makes the champion, not the champion making the man, which is very true. The guy that's holding the belt brings more prestige to the championship belt. And that's kind of funny that they said that in that segment, because during the time CM Punk was the WWE champion back in the day, in 2012, he actually was a great star. He had a lot of people's attention, and they took that away from him. He was holding the belt, the biggest championship belt you can hold in the company, and he was put over, or John Cena was put above the WWE title. Now that's a load of crap, because the man that was holding the belt was doing exactly that. You know, having good matches, was very entertaining, and had some decent and really great matches with Daniel Bryan. Those two had some amazing matches through 2012. They threw Kane in there within that 3-month period, but I don't think it really hurt it too badly. It just kind of made it silly with AJ Styles jumping from guy to guy in that 3-man triple threat match deal. So overall, really, kind of a little contradiction there, in my opinion, but very true to the point, and very, much what is expected. You're the champion, prove it. Triple H, he was a bad guy, no doubt about it, but he went ahead, he defended the title, and he won any which way he could, but he always figured out a way to win. That still made him a well-deserving champion. Regardless how he did it, he won. Seth Rollins, he walks away and cheats and screw jobs and all that. Triple H from time to time actually won matches with the title on the line without cheating all the time. Randy Orton did the exact same thing as well during his title reign through 2007, 2008. He had some matches where he got disqualified, yeah, but he also had matches where when he defended the title, he won his match. A match against Shawn Michaels in 2007 Survivor Series, 2008 Royal Rumble against Jeff Hardy. I mean, he really had some matches that were, meaningful. He actually defended the title. He didn't run away like a coward all the time. There was times that he did, but that's to be expected. He's a heel, but he did give us once in a while a freaking ending to a match where he didn't run away like a little bitch. So basically, this match, they really kind of teased in a way, stating that, they're going to have a match between John Cena and Seth Rollins. I hope that ain't the case, because John Cena's had enough title reigns, and on top of it, I think they're trying to tease that they're going to unify the U.S. title with the WWE title and get rid of the U.S. title altogether. So I hope that isn't the case. I kind of like the John Cena deal that they got going on with him with the U.S. title open challenge. I think he's doing an excellent job of working with the younger superstars in the company, and he's really helping them develop into something. But yeah, good segment, nothing too bad about it, and a very good job on John Cena's part in his promo. So then we had the main event, and the main event was actually not that bad either. Very entertaining, great ending. The thing is that Kevin Owens and Sheamus had an altercation with each other, where Kevin Owens, I guess, accidentally smacked Sheamus in the face by accident. Sheamus got ticked off at him and walked away, so it was a 3-on-2 match. Then after that, Rusev is laying in a corner on the outside of the ring, and he's kind of all messed up and, unconscious in a way. Seemed like he was injured or something, and Kevin Owens trying to go for a tag, and he was nowhere to be found, so he was pretty pissed off, and he's like, what the hell are you doing on the floor? Come on, man, I need your help. So he goes ahead, he finally tags him in, and he walks away and forgets about the match. So Sheamus and Kevin Owens leaves Rusev high and dry with no partner to tag in and out with. And he gets his ass kicked completely throughout this entire match. John Cena hit the attitude adjustment. Cesaro did the Cesaro swing, and then was catapulted Rusev to Randy Orton. Randy Orton hit the RKO in such an awesome fashion. And the audience fucking erupted. I haven't heard the audience go that crazy in a match in quite a while, actually. This match, I give a 3.5 out of 5 stars for the fact they got the audience to scream like their full heads off the way they did. So very good, well put together match. Was very intrigued by it, and that was pretty much it of the show. And I have to say, decent show, well done, put together show. It had its, like I said, it had its dull moments and it had its good moments. Throughout the first hour it really sucked. Second hour is okay, and the last hour was fucking awesome. The second hour was okay because of the fact of the segment they had with Undertaker and Brock Lesnar. I think that was an awesome altercation. They really took it to each other. I mean, they didn't really look like they were hitting each other like with all their force behind the punches, but you know, they gave the impression that they wanted to kill each other, and I think that was absolutely awesome on their part. So overall, again, good show, not bad, very decent and watchable. So I'd recommend this episode to anybody if they're interested in watching it and haven't seen it yet. But at this time, leave your comments, opinions, and anything else you would like to say, what you thought about the show, and I'll get right back to you guys. And also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I give you guys week after week of countless content of WWE news, or not really news, I shouldn't say, sorry, countless WWE content of reviews, opinions, and thoughts about the way the company is being run, and all the other things in professional wrestling that I can scoop up and think about or find on the internet to address to you guys that I could give my opinions and thoughts on. But go ahead, hit that subscribe button. Thank you very much for tuning in to this review, and you guys have a great day. Speak to you later, guys. Bye.